Hello, everybody. This is Casey from 1878 Casuals, brought to you by Terrace Cold and Moo Me Ice Cream. So this is the situation. There's a lot going on this morning. Apparently, we're going in for our Marcelos Sabitzer. This is all coming account that our guy Christian Eriksen is he's out. He's injured. He's going to be out till uh, April, which is it's a blow for the squad. So right now, our powers to be are running. They are trying to get deals done. Um, it's uh, it's a big deal. We are we're not in the best shape. Coming back. Uh, Sancho's come back. I think those are some exciting things. It couldn't have happened at the best time. It couldn't have happened at a better time. What's up, Mike Bandito, my G? So I'm just telling everybody, Babylon. I'm just telling everybody, it's been doom and gloom for a little bit, but today we got a bit of good news. It's too bad our board has to wait to the last minute to get things done. Um, we need to be more proactive than this. It seems like it always comes down to a panic buy, and it seems like Eric Ten Hag should be getting everybody's checks in this organization. People are just not on it, you know. We're just trying to. I got to get connected here and find out what's going on. We want to make sure we get the news and report it to you as soon as it happens. You know, the beast in the background. What about? But today's turning out to be good. I'm excited to see what Sancho brings to us. It'll be a welcome to see him. I think he'd be also be in that using that Manzella role as a midfielder or as a winger who could come interchange in the midfield. But this Marcel move would be interesting. Let me get myself online here because I'm not getting information on my iPhone. I was depending on some of the boys. You guys could text me if you got information. You could text me. Let me know. Put it on here. Put it on the screen. Put it on the notes. I need to know. I'm kind of going blind here. I'm waiting for people to text me information as we go on. Because my main phone, I'm using it for here. Um, it's amazing. We are that the job that Eric Ten Hag is doing, in spite of our management or of our board. This morning I watched his press conference. I could honestly say he wasn't the cheerful, more upbeat Eric, which is, it's hard to say, if he's upbeat, but, usually he has that little confidence about him, that little swagger to him, and he didn't have it today. He didn't have it this morning, I guess because he got the news of Erickson early. So it was definitely a blow to him. It's definitely a blow to him. But he's getting it done. Someone text me on my 818 number. It's definitely a blow to him. It's the Glazers are it's incredible how bad they are. It's amazing how bad they are. I'm shocked when they revealed their books and they looked in their books and revealed what they were showing. It's like it's a criminal act as far as I'm concerned. Highly criminal. So thank you. I just got a text saying that yeah, Ericsson's out to Elba and Sabitzer is flying on a private jet from Munich to Manchester. So it looks like the deal is going to go through, and this is good news. Um, from what I saw I'm not going to tell you that I know everything about Marcel, but what I saw is he's he's above average passer. He's a better shooter than Ericsson. He brings a little bit more defensively. He's not as creative as Ericsson, but he's not terrible. Um, the fact that we're getting this guy has been another blessing. I have to believe that our gaffer, our boss, has something to do with it. You know, because this is not something that our recruiting department will come up and this is not what they do. They don't find guys like this. So yeah, the fax machine is working. Hopefully the fax machine is working. I hope they don't use the same one they use into here. But what's good news about it? He'll be registered today. That's all spectacular stuff. Once again, we're brought to you by Terrace called the Moo Me Ice Cream. Remember, like, share, subscribe, comment today. But it looks like it's going to go down. I'm telling you, either our gaffer has a great poker face, or he was just not in the know. I like to think he had a great poker face because I don't think there's nothing he doesn't know when it comes to his club. Um, I really appreciate the fact he's always kept pressure on his guy. They have a United Con coming up, and it's a Cinco de Mayo. Uh, am I gonna go? I cannot commit to that yet. We'll see. Some of the things sounds a little strange to me, like we're being forced to. Yeah, it's in Vegas. It's like we're being forced to stay in a hotel or something. It feels like it's a kidnapping. I don't know. How are you gonna tell me to stay? I'm grown. I got a grandchild. I have to be able to move. So if I go, I don't know where I'll be lodging. But listen, I love being around Reds. I love. So the January transfer window in Germany is now closed. So our deal should be done. If he's on the plane, the deal is done, which is good stuff. It's good news to hear. Um, wow. So the news is going through. It looks like our guy is going to be a Red. It's a loan deal. I think it's a great loan deal. And I hate to use the word great, but it has to look as a great loan deal. If you look at this video, he's very dynamic. He's not the passer that Ericsson is, but he's not far off. He brings more. I don't want to say this, but I feel like he brings more to our team. He can play more. He could bring a lot more to our team in some ways because defensively sound. It's a matter. Yeah, it's a stopgap deal that we need. That's a great point. It's a deal that we definitely need. It's not like our last two. It's funny how fast we could get shit done, though. This just shows the laziness of our guys. Why does it have to come to a crisis or a panic situation to get deals done? We got to be more proactive than this. Whoever is taking over, they've got to take note. Because we still have drawing power. Just for the simple fact that United has a coach that everybody respects right now. People want to play for us. The guy said that he wanted to play for us over Chelsea. Chelsea could probably offer more money. They probably could offer him a longer deal. It's in London, but some people think London's a better place. Everybody's too stuffy for me in London. But anyway, I'm not going to get into that. But the fact that players are looking at Manchester United and saying, I want to play for this club, says a lot. It says a lot about our boss. The boss is, I keep calling him a generational talent. I think his mind is on levels when it comes to player management. And big smoke. I think that when it comes to player management, I think he excels over a lot of today's coaches. I look at some gaffers are complaining about they need reinforcement. There's a scouts team over there that has Every player on their team at some point in their career has been called the best at what they do. But he still can't find a way to motivate, develop, and get guys to work in the system. I know people saying that, I've heard people say that Klopp is great and Klopp is that, but I'm work. You are making top money to get your team going. Work. There's a video out of Marcel Sabitzer on the plane heading to Manchester. So this is happening. Listen, guys, I'm confident we are going to finish top four. You hear me? I'm confident we're going to finish top four. I'm confident that with I can't wait to see how Sancho fits in this mix too. That's another good thing. We're not talking about the Martial and Sancho factor that's going on right now. So breaking news: Manchester has agreed to personal terms with Marcel Sabitzer. He has immediately accepted it and wants to work under. Eric Ten Hag is bringing him in with the right backing, the right sources, the right money. We will be able to do things. I think that our success is going to happen a lot quicker than we thought. I think that honestly, I did not know Eric Ten Hag was going to be this effective. I didn't think there's any coach on the planet was going to be this good. The Glazers actually did one thing in their. I don't give him credit for him. I think Eric Ten Hag chose us. Let's just say he chose us because when the man came in, he came in on his own terms. He told them what he wanted, and he basically told them they could all do one if they don't agree to his terms, which was magnificent. So a lot of great news here. There's a lot of things to be positive about. Yes, Christensen, Eriksen is out. It was a blow to all of us, and that dump truck of a mule named Andy Carroll. I sent him a terrible. I sent him a tweet this morning saying that he was very unprofessional. Yeah, top four in the 10-pot trophy. You know what? I'll take it. I take it because let me tell you something. I was saying to the boys, right, if we win the Europa League, I think that is that's a big win. Look who's in the Europa League. You still got Barcelona, us. Yeah, I'll get on that. Someone just texted me that. But let me gather my thoughts here. It's us. There's Ajax, but they're struggling. There's Arsenal. There's a lot good teams. There's some good teams left in this in Europa. Now the reason why the Glazers have taken us into a financial crisis. There's a video out by a gentleman by the name of Sam Peoples, and he breaks it down. Even for someone like me, I could understand it. The way they have taken advantage and abused our books, it's incredible. There's no way they could get what they're offering. The best thing the Glazers should have done was sell the club before they let anybody look at the books. Because once now people got to look at the books and study them, they were like, these guys are con artists. These guys are fraudulent. They use words as questionable. Like I'm going to say it again, a criminal, neglectful, reckless. We generate 700 million or something like that a year, or something like that. Mike can correct me. And for us to be operating on credit is just disgusting. Oh, so we have Barcelona in there left. Roma. Oh. Salzburg, Ajax, Arsenal, Juventus, but they're all there's some traditionally strong clubs still in there, and by right, maybe their current status doesn't say they're Europa teams, but a lot of them are playing well in their leagues, and like going back to the Glazers, they've done such a bad job that there's no way anyone would give them. I'm doing a live video. Come on, this is the homie right here. This is Richie Rich. This is Rich Dollars. Richer than you, richer than your father. But the fact that they were asking for 8 billion, they're out of their fucking mind. So now everybody's like, it doesn't make sense. We'll give you 4. But like I said, good news again. Today's been a wow. I'm gonna tell you what. I went to bed. I was not expecting this. Just having Martial back and having Sancho back to me was good news. But to have this midfielder coming in and what Ten Hag had to work with and what he's going to have to work with now, I think he will do a job. And I'm confident. You have to be confident with him. You have to be confident with what he's doing. Ten Hag is, as far as I'm concerned, is already the third best boss we've had in United history. I know that's saying a lot, but he's already better than Jose just for his managerial skills. It's above par. It's way above par. I think as United supporters, we should be excited of what we have. The potential is huge. Okay. Everybody's going to have to walk with me for a second. I see some things happening. Yeah, you're definitely right. It's going to test the fluidity of the players. But you know what? I think the way that he's broken down his way of playing, it's easy for him to transition from system to system. We've seen him, what he's done with the back three. I mean, put us in the back three. We can go into that system anytime we want to. I think we've won a few games in the system. What he's done with Aaron Wan-Bissaka is phenomenal. Just the simple fact that Aaron Wan-Bissaka has gotten better has made Luke Shaw so much better. Because, not Luke Shaw, I'm sorry. The fact that Aaron Wan-Bissaka has gotten better has allowed us to be so much more flexible in the back. And the signing of Malacia, people are sleeping on Malacia's signing. It only cost us 14 million pounds, but the fact that he came in so, working hard, showing that energy. Because remember, Luke Shaw started off the season the way he ended the season last year. He looked lazy. He didn't look like he was into it. And then that Malacia kid pushed him and made him come in and work. Inverted backs are making a difference. It's what we are. I mean, back to the Malacia thing. The fact that Malacia has improved, made Luke Shaw so much better, or made us be able to have that inverted back, it seems like it just made Luke Shaw so much better. Luke Shaw could be one of the best center backs in the league right now. And that you got to attribute to Malacia. Now, Ten Hag, I think his coaching has to be simple and direct for everybody to be able to do what they do. Because guys seem not to be intimidated or having a problem with their roles. So I feel like when he brings in new people, he doesn't even have to focus on telling guys to adjust to this person. He just has to tell this new person, hey, do this, attack this area. When you get the ball, look for these type of runs. And I think everything is going to fall in place. The man is a genius when it comes to instructing. You saw the video of him as a 12-year-old or a 14-year-old. He was telling that I was being bang on for. Yeah, his transfers have been incredible. I mean, if you think about everybody that's come in after since Ten Hag, they've all done a job. They've all contributed. I'm trying to think who would you consider our worst signing. I don't think there's a worst signing. I think that he's. How many bosses have come in and been this? What's the word I'm looking for? Successful with their signings. I mean, he's supposed to get someone wrong, Dubravka. Yeah, he was kind of shit. I'm not gonna lie, he was kind of shit. I think he asked to leave though, right? I think he saw the writing on the wall. I think he said he wanted to go back, so he knew he was shit. He knew he was holding back. Martinez and Casemiro. I can't say much more good about them. I think Martinez, to me, it was a bargain because we got him at 50 or 45. or maybe 50 million. Uh, a, 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 um, a, a center back with that much diversity, that much range, people they pay top dollar to have. I just saw something. Manchester United is close to something. I don't know. It was a different name. I don't know if you guys can see it, but Martinez is that the fact that he's ours for the next 4 to 5 years is incredible because we're gonna get a prime time. He's gonna end up being one of the best in the world. What Enzo Fernandez for 100? Listen, what I think about it, I think I'm happy that we have someone who doesn't have to splash 120 every time to make a move. Chelsea is they're paying people to play for them. I don't think people generally want to go to Chelsea, but what it is, the money's so big they have to do it. Of course, our improving our defense has allowed attack to get better. It's what we are. I mean, the fact that we can be comfortable with two center backs and have everybody push up is just remarkable right there. And it's just Ten Hag's tutelage. It's just Ten Hag has a direction. He has a plan. He sticks to it, and everybody's aware. You know, it's great to go into a match and watch it and say things like we know what to expect. It's a different confidence when we talk about our pre games and stuff. Everybody's just on the same wavelength. Like, especially when we talked about it. I'm totally convinced that the Forest game is going to be. I just don't see how it's nothing less than a 3-0 victory, maybe 3-1. I think we'll probably get out in them early. I think we're going to look more. We haven't had a good center back partnership since Rio. That's very true. That's very true. And yeah, that's very true. We haven't had a better center back pairing than Vidic and um, Nehemiah and Rio. But even Rio he salutes these two. He talks so well about him because it's like, at first, remember, we didn't see the value in Raphael. We thought we got a dud. He didn't seem like he was inspiring, but he needed that fire next to him. Listen, Martinez is that fire. The minute he's come in, he's brought that fire to the whole team where everybody is just like wanting to play for each other. And I don't think we knew what we had. It's funny. We did not know what we were getting. We did not know what Ten Hag was bringing in until we got him. So I just feel like even with this guy, Marcel, it's going to work. It's going to work. I know there's some pundits, I believe on TalkSport was saying that why would United get this panic buy? He doesn't even play for Bayern. How is he going to play for United? Well, Bayern has a very deep midfield. He's going to come and play for us right away, and he's going to want to play. I guarantee he's going to want to stay with us. See, that's the problem with our loans. We bring in these loans, and they love it. They love the locker room. They love the positivity. They love the desire to win. And the fact that we have a boss that's allowing this to happen, it's a generational talent, my folks. It's a generational talent. Hold on, let me go back over here to my area. So once again, good news. The Marcel deal is going through. He's on the plane from Munich to Manchester. All this is great news. Good time to be a Red. Good time. Under any other gaffer, I would think that there would still be some. Morning, Helen. Did the Tesla just pull in? No. Okay. Have a good one. I'm doing a live stream here.
What?
I'm doing a live stream here. Now, bringing in new people, sometimes, under different bosses, that's still a problem because you're like, are they going to look what Klopp's doing? Look what Klopp's doing. Watching 7 days. I don't know what does he expect. What does he expect? I can tell you what I expect. I expect the same type of thing with Ericsson. I expect to be the passing, I expect Rashford to still get balls over the top. I still we're gonna be able to run the channels. I still believe that we're gonna be a fluid, interchangeable midfield. I think defensively we're gonna be better. It's quite as kept. I think we're gonna be better defensively in the midfield, which is gonna take some load off Casemiro. Yeah, his mobility. He seems. Forgive me for saying this. He seems like he's a better athlete than Eriksen. It could be a blessing in disguise. I listen. I wouldn't trade Eriksen for anybody for what he does for us. But what I've saw and what people are saying about Marcel, it seems to be, yeah, he's played in the double pivot. Um, it seems like we're going to be a lot. I don't say a lot better. We'll be on par. Let's just say we'll be. There won't be much drop off, and that's exciting. I mean, I honestly don't know how we pull this out. You know, it once again it shows what stuff can be done if people want to do it. Um, and if anyone's just coming in, once again, it's great news. Uh, I'm very excited. I'm just daydreaming right now. What I just see everything working. I see everything working. I am happy that we still could go for more, but let's not be greedy. Don't forget, we have Martial and Sancho going to be able to play tomorrow. So that's going to be a big, 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 big plus. I mean, no one can do what Eriksen does in the 3-1-6. But we move on. Yeah. But tell me, do you prefer this guy over the guy at Juventus? What's his name? Rabiot? The one with the crazy mom. I'd rather have Marcel. I like Marcel is coming from Dortmund. He's coming from a system. He's coming from a way of thinking. See, another thing that's good about this Marcel guy, he's coming from a team that preaches the team aspect. So this is nothing new to him. I think people are a fan of what Eric Ten Hag is doing from a distance, which is good. I mean, him alone is enough recruiting. For people to say, like, I'd rather play with United than Chelsea is just spectacular. Good day, Red. I mean, it's a shame that it took the injury to Eriksen to get this going. We should have been on this already. This should have been this. A top team thinks like. Well, I almost said a top team thinks like Arsenal, but they're doing it right. Yes, that's another aspect of his game is the free kicks. I didn't even mention that. His free kicks are great. You know, yeah, and yeah, Iqbal and Kobe. It's like we shouldn't have to depend on teenagers. Nobody else is depending on teenagers. Everybody's too deep in their rosters, two veterans deep. Then they depend on their teenagers. We're going in thinking about like really relying on our our youngsters. Yeah, because you put the youngsters under pressure, it hurts them. It hurts them. It hurts their development. We want these guys we want them to ride and travel with the team and see how professionals do it. It could be, it's a point in their careers where if they don't get that positive effect from the first team, it could damage them. So all this is good for the whole team. It's good for the whole squad. These guys are able to see another quality professional in front of them, see how he does it, learn from him. That's one thing Casemiro's bringing to the team. These guys are playing with the best midfielder in the world. So for them to say, for them to be watching because of a Casemiro or a Marcel, that works. They will respect that. They will honor that. They will walk around and, let me see how he does his shoes. Let me do this. What does he eat? Our locker room right now has turned into such a positive for our team. When we had other veterans in there, it wasn't that. It was just not that. It was a selfish attitude. Now they're seeing guys who are upheld all the standards, characters, good characters, standards. When the one thing that CR7 said when he came back to our locker room, said this is not Manchester United how I left it. I guarantee if he walks in there now, which he's not allowed to. But if he was to walk in there now, they'll see a strong locker room. They see a locker room that's all they talk about is winning because our boss is obsessed with winning. He is obsessed. Yeah, yo, you goddamn right. The butcher is straighten you out. No, you can't complain. Listen, we're a tough team. We're not a team. We're a team that's up for it now. We are up for it. We're signing tough personalities. We're signing winners though. We're signing people who won. And that's one thing our DNA is back to. Our spine is a winning spine. All this is just going to help. And I just feel, you know, who knows? Marcel might be a guy that we say, listen, you're going to stay here. We're going to extend this. We're going to buy you. Because, he's not playing much. Yeah, it does remind me of the 90s. It reminds me of the 90s. Yeah, it does. It does. I don't want to go too fast, but it does remind me of the 90s. It really does. It feels like something good is happening here. It feels like something organic is happening. In a way, it's organic, even though it's a forced thing, but it feels like the players we are picking, like Chelsea's just like, give me this, give me that. Oh, who's on Twitter? Give me this, give me that, give me that, give me this, give me that. We are picking guys that are fitting the thing. Yeah, I would love to hear someone get cursed out in Portuguese, but he's working on his English. Yesterday Casemiro did a video after the Reading match, he did an interview for a Brazilian outlet. I can't remember the name of it, but he said that he feels like he's 15 years old again. He feels so energized. Everybody is feeling something happening with the club. When guys in the club are feeling it, that's when you know something is coming. We just have to just keep supporting like we do. We've done the hard part. We support this club through the down years. And people used to say to me, you're not a true supporter till you've seen your club have down years. Well, for our club, we just went through the down years. Okay? Arsenal's on top now. I think they better enjoy this year. And don't blow those 2 games against City because we might be on your heels. Listen, our record at Old Trafford right now is 14 wins, 2 losses, and a draw. We haven't lost in Trafford since when? September? Is it September? I don't know. So it's back to a fortress. It's back to Detroit. Everybody's feeling it. There's a buzz. There's a buzz. And then the one virus, they're Spursies though. That's Spurs. They're I mean, that's my argument about Harry Kane. I don't feel he's a winner. I know my boy Greg said there's a few Reds that'll take Harry Kane right now. I wouldn't. Just for the simple fact he said that he will stay there. He's not a winner. He's okay with mediocre. England needs to look at that. Lads, like our great manager Fergie said, lads, it's Spurs. We battered Spurs. The fact that we battered them and he's like, I'll stay here. I want to focus on Harry Kane. But my whole point is, as a United supporter, you have to be excited. You have to be welcoming what's going on. We're not buying everybody, but what we're getting is the right piece for the puzzle. And that has to do with our gaffer because he will not be swayed. That's one thing he's always said. We don't have to get a person, we have to get a right person. And he sticks to his goals, he sticks to his morals, he sticks to his standards. He never goes above it. He never strays away from it. In his mind, he's like, if we don't sign the right person, I'm just gonna have to deal with one of these kids and make them the right one. And the thing is, he's not afraid to teach. He's not afraid to educate. He's not afraid to develop a player. He wants to get in there. He wants to do the hard work. I don't think he knew how much hard work he had to do this first season, but he's up for it. He's up for the challenge. We're about a little bit over a half hour in. I'm going to do about 20 more minutes of this live stream. But like I'm saying, it's a great time. It's a great period. I just can't believe how the day has evolved. This transfer period has evolved. I went to bed yesterday saying don't count on our management doing anything. I've never been more happy to be wrong. I'm delighted to be wrong. It's okay with me. Any Reds that wants to work for the bad, that wants to work for the Red and fans, the boss has got me. Of course. Of course. And the thing is, the boss has already earned our trust. He's already earned our trust. We've already understand that, because every time someone says like, "Do you think we should go after so and so?" My first remark is, if the boss wants him, I'm for it. I will never go against our boss. And the thing is, his obsession is it's something to be respected. You know, people are like talking about, oh, what about when we play so so? The only game that matters to our boss is the game that's coming up. That's why he sticks to playing a strong every time he goes out. I think he's a man who lives in the moment. Of course, he understands there's some games on the horizon that will be big games, but he's so into the moment. And that's why he plays these strong teams. I know people, I've heard maybe one or two people saying, well, maybe, was risking Erickson worth it? There's no risk to him when it comes to winning. There's no risk. It's just about winning, doing what you can to win. So when you see the lineup for tomorrow's match, you best believe it's going to be strong. I know it. We haven't seen Martinez and Varane play together. They took the last match off. I don't see him sitting him out 2 matches in a row. I know he's going to want to get Martial going, but Martial will probably come off the bench because Wood's been leading the line. Tomorrow's lineup for me is going to change now. I don't see why we wouldn't want to start Sancho. Yeah, he couldn't. Yeah, I mean, Carroll was classes. Like I said, I sent him a tweet this morning. I called him very unprofessional. I told him you are out there just to hurt players, and as respect to your fellow colleague as an athlete, you went out there as it was barbaric. Like your whole goal was to hurt somebody. You weren't out there to play footy. I think it's suspended just to call it a lack of fitness and presence thing. I don't know if it was the suspension or it just felt like he wasn't mentally ready for it. But Jay didn't look good in summer, and then something happened. I don't know if it's not being selected for the World Cup that kind of got to him mentally, but there had to be some distraction where the boss was like, listen. You're not up to the standards I need right now. And the thing I love about our boss is never a leak. There's never a leak. We didn't even know that Martial and Sancho. Well, we knew Sancho could be, but I didn't know Martial was going to be ready for this match. It just popped out this morning. Boom! Martial will be. He'll be available. He'll be taking part tomorrow. See, that's another thing about the man. That he has his team on lock. There's no leaks. All that fuckery we had going on in the past about this so-and-so this and so-so that, and players not happy and players leaking that, oh, they're making Ralph Ragnick is making us work late and then we don't get out of there till the lights are off, till it's dark. That's petty shit. That's childish remedial stuff. Our locker room is too strong for that. And I guarantee if there was a leak, Eric Ten Hag would find who the leak was. I think everything he's done has been first class. The way he's dealt with CR7 is first class. The way he's dealt with our board is first class. He's been very subtle with his digs towards him. He's never been the I feel like James Redmond Reedman. I think you're absolutely right. I believe Sancho is going to be a welcome surprise. I truly believe it. I don't see why he wouldn't be. If Eric says he's ready to come back to the team and compete, that's all I need to hear. Because to prove to him that you're ready, that's a great deal. Thank you, James, for that comment. So it's a good day. Today has actually turned out to be a great day. Subtle movements. We didn't have to go and spend $300 million. I told somebody though, the Chelsea thing, it might work for them because all the players they signed, someone has got to work. But the only thing is, I don't think they still got I still think that midfield is going to be a little weak. They have a lot of winger. I don't want to talk about this fucking Renters. You know, Sancho is going to be a welcome surprise. Now it's not so much pressure on him too to come back because I really thought that we were going to use him as that midfield number 10 to help Bruno out a little bit. But now he can focus on being outside and not so much worried about, okay, we want you to do this too now. We want you to go in the midfield and help out that. Marcel is a great addition. And I'm going to call it a great addition. Because from what I've saw and all the reports people say about him, they say he's a professional. He's a complete pro. He's a winner. He has range with his passing. He's great with free kicks. I'm willing to say he's going to have a good corner. He's a bit better than Eriksson on the defensive end. He has a foot now. He can score, And I think when you bring guys into a team like that, guys who like he's at Dortmund, Bayern Munich, and they're not using him so much. He's gonna come to us and feel like, okay, this is my time to show the whole locker, and that's what we want. Guys with something to prove. Any midfielder along Casemiro should be good. Oh yeah, look what it's done for Fred. Fred is back to now. Fred is a true Brazilian, and that's Casemiro effect. Fred is a true Brazilian. So when you line quality up next to Casemiro is going to make it easier for them. I'm excited to see this midfield now. But it's a shame it had to come to an injury from Eriksson for this to happen. It shouldn't be like this. That's why I cannot wait till we have some competent people in charge. We don't. What the gaffer's proving too. You don't need to spend $300 million a transfer window to get good players, to get guys who fit your system. Because if Woot bags in about 8 to 9 goals, I can see him being on the bench for us next year. If Marcel comes in here and helps us get to gets us to top 4, gets us a cup or maybe 2, sign him. Sign him. So that right there, we've got enough. We got some more reinforcements because, according to financial fair play, we need to get rid of about 7 players. You guys like Harry has got to go. Scotty's gonna have to go. Martial maybe. I don't see Wan-Bissaka going anywhere. I think that he'll be a good backup to Delo because, he's showing us right now. He's getting us through. So it's going to be interesting. I don't know. What if Victor Lindelof could be someone that might have to go. But we need to get, according to financial fair play, we need to get some guys off the books. As my man Patch would say, the Glazers, we're going through a residual fucking. Okay? The Glazers have screwed us so bad that it's like, just them breathing and still signing checks is just bad. We need to get them the hell away. Let them go focus on Tampa and ruin that organization. Once again, folks, Marcel is on the Sabitzer. I'm destroying his name. He's on the flight from Munich to Manchester. Looks like the deal's gonna go through. The next bit will be his physical. The signing of the papers, unless it's already done, and him in the shirt, he will qualify for the next. Will he register for this match or will he re-register for the weekend? Doesn't matter. We got reinforcements. I think we have enough to get us through the Forest game. We definitely have enough. When we have a 3-0 lead, we got to, we got to give up 4 for them to beat us. I don't see that's possible. We got Sancho coming back, Martial coming back in the flow, in the fold. I can see the boss probably going with Woot. I would like to see Woot, Garnacho. This is going to shock you. Palestri starting with Woot. Have Martial and Sancho come off the bench. Don't throw them in there immediately. Have those 2 on the bench. Let's work them in slowly, get things going. See, now we have options. Now we have options. All we just got to do for this in this coming up match against Forest, just get just the midfield to stay organized, stay tidy. We don't have to do much. We don't have to go out there and try and get 4 goals, even though you know the standards of our boss. Everything he wants to do. Okay, so he'll be able to play for Crystal Palace this weekend, which is fine. That's Palace. That's a Premier League match. But we. Oh, he's gonna sign today. Oh my God. We have enough though to get through Forest unscathed. It would have to be a monumental catastrophe for it not to happen. And I don't see that happening. I think we're so organized enough that the boss will figure out something to get us through. You know, Fred playing is not a bad shout right now. Fred is playing well. Fred and Casemiro is linking up well. Matter of fact, when Casemiro and Fred plays, it's been a breath of fresh air. He brings so much out of Fred, and then go back to what James Reedman was saying. Anybody next to Casemiro plays well, so I'm not worried about Force. I think the big match that we should be concerned about is Palace. But then, if that's the case, what's up, man?
Where I can park in the bedroom because I go to Home Depot right now. By the time when I come back, I didn't find it right here in the street.
Just go ahead and I'll fix it later. All right, brother. Um, just by work, I'm at work. Just by I lost my train of thought. Oh, Casemiro, he's gonna make it work. To me, the signing of the year. What he brings is it's no value you can bring what a Casemiro does. There's no value on it. Brilliant. Once again, it's a big day. Not only did we find out that Martial is going to be available, Sancho is going to be available. We just signed a midfielder from Bayern Munich by the name of Marcel Sabitzer. He's a very he's a jack of all trades. He could do anything. He could play the holding mid. He could be an attacking mid. He could be in the double pivot. Whatever. He has passing range. He's a good defender. He's a scorer. He has a wonderful free kick. In many ways, some things we're going to lose the creativity of Eriksen, but we're gaining a defender. We're gaining more of a scorer. He's a little bit more athletic. He's going to run more. I know in some ways it sounds like I'm talking him to be better than Eriksen, but Eriksen has that thing. He has that calming effect on the team. Eriksen has a way to slow the game down and make it all work out for everybody. You know, that's the beauty of Eriksen and Casemiro. They are both guys who have such a calming effect. Hopefully this young man that we just signed, Marcel's going to come in and just jump right in and show us his abilities. Because this is the time for him to showcase himself, to either be with us or to do more for Bayern Munich. So, good times. Good times. It's a good day. You know, I thought I was going to be talking shit all day about the Glazers. I mean, I still want to. They haven't done shit, you know. They could have made us a lot easier. And these crooks have the nerve to want $8 billion. And when we see their books, it's just some criminal acts that's going on. They're going to, you know, it's in a way, the way they're going out, even though it's shit what they're doing, it shows how much talented and how much value we have, how valuable Erik Ten Hag is. He's doing it by himself. I mean, he has a good coaching staff, but the man has taken over the reserve team. He's sending them to places that make sense for them to develop. You know, the man has just taken this club and just... The fact that he's given us all so much inspiration is incredible. You know, We got about 10 more minutes left of the live stream. Once again, we're brought to you by Terrace Cup, Mumumi Ice Cream. People, we need you to subscribe. Tell a friend. Share our shit. You know what I'm saying? Because we're here for you. We're here for the supporters. You know, yeah, we're some American lads doing it our way, but it's all because we love United. You know, well, I'm a Jamaican lad who lives in America. Ross Clot. But it's because we love the Reds, man. You know, a lot of us over here, we eat, drink, sleep Manchester United. It's just a way of life. You know, some of us, you know, we don't. It's just, you know, I don't have another club. This is it. You know, I don't have another passion like this. This is it. But it's all good. I'm not judging or saying anything. It's just a good time. I think Eric Ten Hag. I am so happy we made this choice as him as like our boss. You know, some people want. Would Poch do this? Come on, guys. The creativity of the man is exceptional, and he divert. You know, it's amazing how much he's won us over. He's gotten our support. We believe in him. We trust him, and that's what you want from your boss. You know, I personally don't think there's anybody in the Premier League better than him in the world right now. Who could resurrect this mammoth of this Goliath of a club like he did? It takes a man with a lot of confidence, a lot of belief in himself. You can't doubt yourself and take this job because some ways our supporters, we are overly demanding. Some people tell us we're entitled. Some people would tell us we're delusional. Hey, we have standards. We've let our standards and our slipped enough. You know, it got to a point where guys, if a guy ran hard and put in a shift, we were just like, oh, we love him. But that should be expected. You know? We got guys who get busted up, stitched it up. Oh, leave me in the game. We used to have guys, you know, like saying they're hurt and going off to Dubai to do the training, and then they said their ankles hurt, and then they're doing videos with their families and doing all this shit, and they're hurt. That's a piss take. You know, we got guys saying that their ankles were hurt and they were out for 3 months. I'm not saying that about Ericsson, so that's not the correlation. Because what that dump truck did to Ericsson, as far as I'm concerned, it should be an investigation as a what do they call it? A violent conduct. United Sex and Breathing. Well, that's definitely mine. That's definitely mine. Yeah, it's definitely mine. United Sex and Breathing. That's definitely me. Why did I just rub my chest right there? That's a little bit too much. I got a little freaky right there. But I'm in good spirits. I'm good spirits because we just wanted a body, but we got a pretty good body. And the fact that the kid wanted to play to us over Chelsea, he's a Red. He's truly a Red. You know, because he could go for the money. I think Chelsea would have bought him. I think they would have bought him. But they're, you know, they got the $120 million deal going to Enzo. You know, nobody's talking about, everybody saw on our Anthony guy about his price tag, and it wasn't his fault. What are they going to say about Potter when he has all this shit? What are they saying about Kloppy? Klopp supposedly has the best center back in the world. Suppose he has the best goalie in the world. He has he supposedly has some of the best midfielders in the world. Nunez was supposed to be the next big forward in the world. Cody Gakpo was supposed to be the signing of the window. Now that's another person. You know, I think Cody Gakpo messed up. He fits us more than he does. Chelsea does. I mean, Liverpool doesn't know what to do with him. Klopp admitted. He said, he got him. He's like, well, I'm gonna have to sit this guy down for a little bit, and so he can get acclimated with the way we do things. No, our guy would have been like, boom, 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 do this. I need you to do this. I need you to do this. This is your role. This is where we need you to attack. Bam, you're in the fold. I don't understand. These guys get paid big money to work and coach. Our guy, He's just doing it. He doesn't complain. He has a saying, we're not going to complain. We can't complain. Complain is not what we do at Manchester United anymore. We're not a complaining club. We have what's ahead of us. We deal with it and we move on. Because there's a standard with the club, which is exciting. So we got a couple more minutes here. Everybody who tuned in, made a comment, I appreciate it. I love it. We're all here for one thing, is to support the Reds, back them, use our spirit, our energy, and hopefully be that one asset that pushes them over the line, because we have a good boss who has a good system, who's brought standards and character and discipline. And then the players, they're all behaving on a standard. They all have character. They're all showing discipline. So when anyone comes into the locker room, it's not going to be something where they'll be like, I don't know what's going on. They're going to be like, no, this is what we do. You do this, boom, 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 boom. We work hard, boom, boom, boom. And it's like, you're not going to see anybody lagging around, Even Woot. Woot's so happy. Voot is so happy. Voot was so happy. He's playing for a contract here. That's what we want. We want guys who want to impress and show, I need to be here. This is where it's going to be. This is the new shit. This is resurrection. You want to be part of this Goliath of the club, because you know why? Our standards are trebles. Ever won the treble? Have you fucked? Have you ever won the treble? Have you? Our standards is winning trebles. So this is what they're chasing. So you have to dream big when you play for Manchester United. Because we've seen it all. We've won a lot. You know what I'm saying? Marcel, welcome to the club. Yeah, you got some shoes to fill. But there's going to be people to help you to do it. I think you coming from Munich, you've seen it. Don't worry about what's going on there. You're going to get your chance to shine. You're going to get your chance to show what you're worth. Casemiro, when he came here, we all thought he was just a destroyer, just a sitting mid. As our legend Kino said, he's much more than that. He's so much class. He's a big personality. That's what we needed. Someone who can just take the team over with their vibe, their essence. And that's what we're getting. I've never seen so many good examples of why you need character guys within your clubs. Why you need personalities with your club. We had too many me guys in the past. Too many guys who were playing for contracts, playing for endorsements, playing for Pogba Day. What the fuck was that? We had too much of that. It was too many alternative motives. The one thing should have been like winning. Now that's all these guys talk about is winning, because our boss is addicted to winning. We got a minute left here, and I got to go to work. From everybody from 1878 Casuals, we would like to thank everybody who chimed in. I appreciate it. If it was one of you, that's plenty. It's an exciting time. We're gonna be here with you. We're gonna keep pushing. We're gonna keep putting out content. Listen, we don't know it all, but we all are on the same trip together. We're all trying to figure this out. All we want is the best as this club. Nobody wants us to just get by. We want to be at the top. And by us keeping the high standards and the high demands on the bosses and everybody, it's shout out to the protesters. Manchester United has inquired about Houssem Aouar in the recent hours. We'll see. Anything now to me is a bonus and a half. Once again, this is Casey, 1878 Casuals, aka, the one they call Face, 1878 Casual. It's been an honor and a pleasure to do this for you. Everybody who chimed in, respect, love. Up the Reds. Let's get the Glazers out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the like button, pound it. If you hate the Glazers, hit the like button. Share, comment. Up the Reds. Let's get the Glazers out. I'm out. I'm about to go. I'll be on my Facebook and the 18 Saturday Casuals Facebook. The Twitter, we're off going to be hooked. We'll be giving you news as it comes on. Listen, man, I love the Reds. I love the Red Army. All right? Brought to you by Terrace Cup, Moo Moo Me Ice Cream. I'm out, people. One love.